For as long as she could remember, Gemma's world had never been quiet. Not in the way yours is after a long day. Not in the comforting hush of bedtime. Gemma had never heard silence. Instead, from the time she was a little girl, her mind was filled with strange, constant noises. Sounds no one else seemed to notice. Blood rushing, eyeballs shifting, muscles twitching. She thought everyone heard these things. So, she never brought it up. Sometimes I wished the noises would stop, so I'd force myself to sleep just to escape them. I was a very tired child, Gemma would later say. The thing is, when you're born into a storm, you don't realize what calm looks like. You assume the thunder is just life's background music. But Gemma was living a silent nightmare she didn't even know was abnormal. That all changed one morning when she was getting ready for school. She casually said to her mom, "I think I have superpowers. I hear sounds other people can't." Her mom chuckled, probably thought she was mimicking a character from one of her cartoons. But a few months later, things got real. Gemma was helping in the kitchen when she suddenly asked, "Mom, how often do you hear your eyes move?" Her mother froze. "What? I hear them all the time," Gemma continued, completely serious. "I hear my blood. I hear my heartbeat. I hear everything inside me, don't you?" And just like that, the atmosphere changed. Her mom put down the kitchen spoon, her face drained of color. "How long have you been hearing this, sweetheart?" she asked. "Since forever," Gemma answered, like it was nothing. Her mom felt like the ground beneath her had shifted. She thought her daughter had a happy, healthy life. But in that moment, it became painfully clear. Gemma had been suffering in silence, by never knowing what silence even was. Tears welled in her eyes. She pulled her daughter close and whispered, "Something's wrong, baby. You shouldn't be hearing that, but I promise, you're not going through this alone anymore." What followed were years of doctor visits and false hopes. Most physicians dismissed her. Some said it was psychological. Others thought her ears were just a little sensitive. One even asked if she was just stressed out at school. They prescribed medications. None of them worked. Her mother knew something deeper was going on, but nobody believed her, not even the professionals. Eventually, they stopped searching, not because they gave up, but because the trail had gone cold. Gemma tried to live a normal life. She grew up, got married, and had a son. Despite the endless noise in her head, she was a fantastic mom and a hard-working waitress. On the outside, she had it together, but inside, her condition was slowly breaking her. And then, one ordinary afternoon, everything changed. Gemma was working a shift at the restaurant when a coffee cup slipped from her tray. It shattered on the floor, and instantly, a dizzying surge rushed through her head. She collapsed. Her coworkers rushed to help, and the customer, the woman whose family she'd just served, asked to speak with her privately. "I don't mean to intrude," the woman said gently, "but I've seen something like this before. I know a doctor who might be able to help. He's different. Try him." She handed Gemma a card. Gemma smiled politely, thanked her, then tossed the card into her bag and forgot about it. After all, why get her hopes up again? But over the next few weeks, her condition worsened. She became sensitive to every little sound. Even her baby's crying made her head spin. Her world was unraveling fast. One night, feeling desperate and defeated, she rummaged through her bag and found the card. "It's probably nothing," she thought. "But what if—" She made the call. The doctor she met was calm, curious, and, most importantly, he believed her. For the first time in her life, someone actually listened, not just politely, truly listened. He nodded thoughtfully as she described the noises in her head. "I think I know what's going on," he said, "but I'll need to run some tests to be sure." An hour later, he returned holding her scans and a quiet smile. "Gemma, you have a condition called bilateral superior semicircular canal dehiscence. In simpler terms, she was missing a part of the temporal bone in both ear canals. That tiny gap was amplifying internal bodily sounds, things most of us never hear. It also affected her balance and caused the dizzy spells. There is a surgery that could fix this," the doctor said, "but there's a risk. You could lose your hearing permanently." Gemma sat in stunned silence. Finally, a diagnosis. Finally, an answer. But also, a terrifying choice. "I was scared," she later admitted, "but I was more scared of spending the rest of my life never knowing what silence felt like." She agreed to the surgery. The first operation lasted 6 hours. When Gemma woke up, she didn't know what to expect. She slowly opened her eyes, listening. No blood flow, no eyeballs shifting, no body sounds. Just the faint beep of the heart monitor beside her. For the first time in my life, the world was still. Tears streamed down her face. Weeks later, once she had recovered enough, she went in for the second surgery on her other ear. The recovery wasn't easy. Headaches, dizziness, fatigue. It was brutal, she said. But I didn't care. I was chasing a silence that I'd dreamed about my whole life. Eventually, she healed, and when she did, Gemma finally stepped into a world the rest of us take for granted every day. A world where silence wasn't terrifying. It was beautiful. Today, Gemma lives peacefully with her husband and son. Her hearing is partially gone, but her spirit louder than ever. People say silence is golden, she says, but for me, silence is freedom.